Rocket, please nod in the affirmative.
Alright, so, Mokhul Empire, episode 31. Who wants to do the catch-up? I ask this every week, hoping one of you will say yes.
I was just about to say, I wish you'd asked this.
I feel like we have very few options this week for the catch-up.
Well, the battle at Awani Port happened. The God King Simulacrum was turned into a baby by the lizard folk witch, and then kind of yeeted into the sea as Gildar, dwarf, drowned it.
No, that's a really bad summary of
No, may I quote, can I squeeze it?
He did squeeze it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what he said. May I squeeze it?
Okay, here's the summary in a numbered list. Number 1, we went to the port to pick up Makra and our wizard-in-chief, who went to and our lizard-in-chief, which both went to Mokhul to get Makra revived. Mm-hmm. And then we agreed to a port town right next to Mokhul to meet up, and that's where we went with our floaty boat. Mm-hmm. Went to the port, took an elevator down. Makra also took the elevator down. We met up. We met a dude in disguise who was checking out Gilda because he's really into it. And that dude turned out to be a simulacrum of the God King. And, it snapped. A bunch of guards showed up, and the metal scorpion showed up. And we fought with them. We turned the God King Simulacrum into a baby. We drowned the baby. We had a bunch of people turn into T-Rexes. The T-Rexes fucked up the scorpion. Mm-hmm. Gwendeth, which is not going to come into play later, sent 3 decapitated baby dragon heads to an ancient black dragon. Then we left the port town on our boat after the baby had been drowned. We went to the rest of our crew, which are still parked at a giant iceberg, which is just standing somewhere, in which we killed the ice dragon and its children. And then we scouted that thing out, found a hidden chamber, killed an undead beholder, found a bunch of sarcophagi.
You do what now?
Sarcophaguses. I don't think that's correct.
No, it's sarcophagi, I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, all of them had a skeleton in it, which, reasonable. And they were all wearing God King masks. And we were like, what? Weird way to place your, unused masks. And we couldn't really figure out if that were his previous bodies or his predecessors, or if that's going to be his future bodies. We didn't really have time to talk it through, because that's where the session ended, but not before Gwendeth got a little message from, and I don't know how this happened, but apparently the ancient black dragon is really mad that Gwendeth sent her decapitated heads of baby dragon. Which I would be happy to receive some.
Would you now?
Yeah, but I am not a dragon.
Happy to receive the decapitated heads of your ancestors.
Well, it wouldn't be my ancestors, would it? It would be like my nephews.
Descendants.
Yeah. Well, anyway. It's not her descendants, right? It's a different type of dragon breed. So I guess it would be just any 3 human heads, really.
Yeah. we go with that. Okay, so all of you sit in the cold tomb at the moment. All the traps have been set off. The zombie beholder just sits in the corner. I believe Makra or someone got a whole beholder eye. And it's sitting there rotting. The air smells quite of stagnant filth.
I think Xerxil took the eye to eat.
Fair enough.
Probably. I think we went to go take the eye, but you just wouldn't let us have it because you said there was a lot. It was too rotted away.
No, someone rolled a 20, and then we got the eye.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So I think it was actually you got in Kaiser, I think, and he.
No, we said Kaiser was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and someone rolled a really good roll and then popped the eye out.
Oh, right, 18. I found it, yeah. That was a survival roll for an 18.
Okay, so it's over to you, my dear players.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just put it on the laptop. Apparently, for some reason, Bluetooth audio works fine on the laptop, but if I try and actually speak through Bluetooth headset, it just doesn't work.
Okay. Your audio is actually better than last time, to be fair. You're still a bit quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet because the kid's not asleep yet. Otherwise, I'll have to be away for 20 minutes again if I wake him up again.
Use duct tape this time. It'll be more effective.
Oh my god, can you just not? Anyway, what do you guys want to do?
Well, he is very proficient at drowning babies now.
Sake.
I would like to address my companions.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. I have good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
Well, I don't know why you want to hear the bad news first. I wasn't prepared for that.
The good news dampens the impact of it. That's how you meant to do it.
Oh. Well, there isn't actually that many good news. It's mostly bad news. There's no impact dampening happening here. You know that ancient black dragon I'm hunting? On its way.
Ooh, what do you mean on its way?
Oh, she sent me a message. She's coming. Because she got my message, and I guess she didn't take it well. I did expect her not to take it well. I just thought I would send her a few more young dragon heads first, and then she would at some point decide to come.
You what now?
Oh, wait, I was surprised no one stopped me. No, I skinned the heads of 3 of the young dragons we killed and sent them to her by mail.
There's just a loud, exasperated sigh, and then Gilder walks away.
Macross is just staring at you, dumbfounded.
Well, my problem with her was, right, she is in Mokhul, and we can't really fight her in Mokhul because she would kill a lot of civilians. So I thought to myself, how do I hit her out of Mokhul?
Yeah, instead, she's just going to kill a lot of us. And by a lot of us, I mean destroy our 2 ships instantly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now, because, you know, she's really mad right now, so she's not going to think rationally. So I'm thinking, let's just get off the ships, get our whole crew into the cave, and maybe she'll just ignore the ships, come in, and then she's in a cave and she can't fly away, and then we kill her.
She's definitely just going to destroy both of the ships.
Well, we can
and leave us here to starve.
Well, the problem is, if you're on the ships, I think we're an easier target for her, because, you know, she's a water dragon.
You know that we're probably as equally as easy as targets here and in the boats. So you know what the solution to that is?
What is the solution?
Not provoking her in the first place.
Well, I thought you'd be okay with it because no one tried to stop me.
When did you do this exactly?
Oh, you weren't there, you were dead.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Axel, do you want to kill an ancient black dragon? I feel like you're on my side here, right?
No, why is Xerxel kill dragon? Dragon good friend.
He's sort of my god king. I feel like this is the same thing.
He's your king.
No, like, she is to me what the god king is to you.
I don't know. I mean, Xerxel have many dragon friends. Well, one dragon friend, but he likes dragons.
Maybe your dragon friend can talk with her and we can, you know, move all of this down a week.
I can try and speak to her or the other dragon.
I feel like we could take her in a week. Macro, do you feel like you killing a dragon in a week?
No, not really.
You were really hyped about this dragon.
Because this one was killable.
Look. She has not done anything that suggests we can't kill her. Unless killing an entire clan of dragon hunting dwarves counts as... I think she might be more of a fighter.
Yeah. I feel like we're all doomed.
There's 2 more options I can come up with. We magic circle me to Mokhul, and then she'll just turn around and she can't kill me in Mokhul.
No, I think what she does is she continues to fly towards us, blows both of the ships up, circles back to the Mokhul, and then kills you.
Xerxel have another plan.
Okay.
We give you a sacrifice, and then she helps us kill the God King.
That might work.
I mean, it probably work. I feel.
It's for a good cause.
I did
Yeah, stop being so
initially-
selfish, Gwenda. Think of the many, not the few.
Oh, we let her kill me and then we bring me back.
Maybe.
I imagine once she's finished eating you, that might be quite difficult.
I don't think she would eat me. She doesn't seem like the type.
Oh, I think she'd make an exception for you.
She doesn't really like me. That's true.
No. You did
should
just send her a box full of 3 dragon heads.
Yeah, but those are really decorative.
Just as you guys are finishing your conversation, you hear some footsteps from the cave. Grildar's head turns to see Kaiser walk around the corner at that moment first, and then you all recognise him. He stands there, and he's got a kind of like a burnt, charred look to him. And you see parts of his clothing and cape has been singed. Well, I've been exploring this here cave, and I found another locked door. It turns out if you try to solve said puzzle, and you fail, well, you get burned. I heard you were looking for me.
That is unfortunate, but I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, nothing can keep Kaiser down.
Yeah, except from the part that we keep paying you to skin animals, and then you're never here to skin them for us.
What do you need me to skin now?
We
It's
already
too
skinned
late,
it.
I've already done it.
He looks at the big pile of eyes and he goes, "You mean that?
Yes, that.
That ain't no animal."
Well. Stop being so pedantic. Where's this trap?
Wait, you want to go and solve the trap now when there's a dragon on its way?
I feel like we're going to die anyway, so
Perhaps,
maybe there's
we
a...
should and get in there and then lock the door again if we can.
That is also a possibility. There might also be a dragon slaying something or another in there. Like, we are pretty much doomed at this point.
Do you think we can just get that ancient arrow we have to explode without shooting it?
Doubtful.
And then we can just blow ourselves up with her.
There is a dragon statue right near the door.
Interesting.
Oh, Zaxo likes statues.
Oh no.
Alright, so Xerxo, you've actually seen the statue before.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, no, 2 days ago when you first landed on the iceberg cave and you sent Spook scouting. It's outside another door that Spook could not get through. And you do recall that there were runes on that door.
Speaking of rooms, can we have some?
I did indeed forget to put you to the map. As always. Okay. There you go, guys.
Meanwhile, I would like to speak to Zephyr and see what she suggests to keep herself safe.
Okay, so when you ask the question, voice comes back maybe quite delayed, like 15 seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping on the move. I
And
believe...
would you be able to do so autonomously while we are in a cave?
She says, I have been known to be slightly sneaky. I can hide among the waves.
Very good. Would I be able to call you even if you're far away?
Yes, up to 500 feet.
Ah, so not far away. I meant like 100 miles away.
No. If you move further than a few miles from me, you will not be attuned to me anymore.
I see. Would breaking the attunement and then you coming back later be problematic for you?
You can give me a held order.
Technical question on game rules. Is she a creature?
She's an object.
So I couldn't use cryptogram to send her a message.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
You could send Lady Greenwich a message.
Yes. I believe someone's already done that.
Yeah, just say that Gwyneth is kind of sorry.
It's 8 letters.
Kind of.
Gwen, kind, sore.
That's with spaces in between. It's like 13. Never mind.
Spaces.
Gwen sore.
Okay, so you noticed all Xerxil's ran off. Xerxil, the door here has some runes on it in Draconic. There is a charred black statue behind you of a young dragon whelpling with its mouth roaring open.
Mm-hmm.
Inside its mouth is darkness, but its teeth are made out of jagged obsidian shards.
Guys, where's Xerxil going?
Hopefully coming up with
Macro?
dragon slaying ideas.
Did you see where he went?
No, I did not. Where did you
Xerxil? I'll shout, but I can't shout now.
Okay, so Xerxil, you do hear your voice being echoed throughout the cave.
What?
Oh, very nice,
Very
Rocket.
good.
I'll head towards the sound of his voice.
Okay, would you like me to move you, Grildar? Or everyone?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
Alright, let me group you all together and then I'll move you, including Chester.
Thank you.
Right, Macra. You cheeky bugger.
I was trying to move it together. I'm trying to help you out, man.
Nah, you weren't helping me out and you know you weren't.
I put myself next to Girl there.
Apparently I took the trap with me. I'll delete that. Okay, so you explore these tunnels and it gets colder and colder as it heads further in, and the structures get more crystalline, the walls get more kind of opaque until you reach this area here. I'll ping you.
Oh, that'd be nice. My map's not loading. Get it.
And you can see Xerxil waiting by a door.
What do the runes say?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. And now I need to quickly look it up.
Nice.
It says, "The life of my breath lights the way."
The life of my breath lights the way.
And you can see that there is some scorch marks all around the tunnel that you haven't entered. You know, where you stand, Xerxil, in front of you, all the stone work in front of you, the dwarven-like stonework is charred and burned.
Does the dragon look burnt?
The entire thing looks burnt, but you asked this last time. There are no burn marks in front of where its mouth is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was one of the first things you asked me last time. Like,
Probably.
yeah, you were like, is there any... I think it was you and Grildar who asked. But yeah. There is
What
no...
was it? Sorry? The life of...
The breath of
My
my
breath.
life... The life of my breath shall light the way.
What kind of dragons does it look like?
Like a black dragon. Because like I said, it's like burned and charred.
Anyone have acid? Xerxil gonna drop some taps.
The good news is once Lady Greenridge is here, she will have acid.
Okay, shall we wait for her?
No. I would like to spend the last minutes of my life spelunking.
Macro gets a thought.
Mm-hmm. What's that for?
He gets a thoughty thought and he pulls out a scroll.
Oh my god!
We thought Todd had fucked me over by giving me this, but it's actually going to be somewhat useful.
What's it?
Right, which way should I point this?
Don't know. Maybe door, maybe dragon.
Can I hit both maybe with an acid spray?
Acid spray.
Poison spray, sorry.
Ah, poison
That's
spray.
poison.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not really the same thing, is it?
No, Xerxil has lots of poison.
Yeah. You're not having anything acidic then, no. Maybe just throw up. That's quite acidic.
Anyone have alchemist supplies?
We can ask our
Poison.
resident mage. I feel like she would have that.
I'll be right back. And I'll run off and I'll go and ask if anyone on the ship has any acid.
As you go to ask, Arlo, the guy with the eye patch and the gun, he's cleaning his gun and it's in several different parts. And as you approach, he goes, "You're looking for acid?
That's right.
I've got some. Yeah, I've got some caustic liquid that I use to clean my guns.
Would you be willing to part with some?
Trugs brings out like a clay jug with a stopper on the end and hands it to you.
Thank you. I'll try not to use any unnecessarily and return the rest to you.
Yeah, that stuff's worth 5 gold, so just pay me next time we get a share.
Will do. And I'll go and bring the clay jug.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so your turn.
I'll speak to Xerxes and say, so, don't you think we should use this? The life of my breath shall light the way. I mean, acid doesn't burn, so it can't literally light the way.
The nice riddles, they always talk shit.
I love how it's so opposite Rocket. Rocket loves riddles.
I will get out. Shit, what should I use? Well, I have a crowbar. I'll put some acid on the crowbar. And,
Okay.
Because I don't want to touch it with my hands, obviously, and then try and like drip it into the dragon's mouth or something.
Okay, so as you go to drip it into
possible?
as you go to drip it into the dragon's mouth, you notice that the jaws, the hinges where its jaws meet, make a creaking sound, and then it snaps shut over the crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the crowbar like doesn't break, bends slightly, and as the mouth resets after 3 seconds, clicking back into place. You notice that the crowbar's bent, but the teeth are intact.
Mm-hmm.
The obsidian teeth haven't shattered whatsoever.
Well, it's a nice garbage disposal, but I don't think that gets us any closer to what we're trying to do. Do you have any ideas, Xerxes?
Maybe try the door. Story that it or something.
I'll have a look at the door and see if there's any indentations, anything like that might indicate something, any patterns.
There are indentations that it looks like it could be damaged. It looks like there are some chip marks, some explosive marks, burn marks, force marks, stuff like that. I mean, there also looks like a big claw mark, perhaps like the claws were several inches. There's like like a rake across it.
Yeah, and the other things more look like something tried to break through but didn't, right?
Yes, they all kind of look like that way.
Well, the life of my breath. I don't know, understand.
Can I put some random shit in the dragon's mouth?
What are you going to put in?
Whatever's lying around.
Some rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so you chuck some stuff in the mouth, and as you're chucking it in, immediately crunches down, and then after it releases, the stuff just rolls out that you put in. Doesn't look like it. There's not like a when you peer in. There's not like a gullet or a tube that leads into anywhere else. It just looks like the mouth goes about maybe 2 foot back, and then that's it.
Try again.
Okay. Shuts again.
I just wondered if it repeats over.
It does repeat over and over. Yeah.
I'll take an oil flask, set it on fire, and chuck it in.
You're gonna set the flask on fire?
Yeah, I'll put a burning oil flask in there.
Alright, cool.
And then ask everyone to take a healthy step backwards.
Okay, so everyone takes a healthy step backwards, and as you chuck the oil in, then let it on fire, the mouth closes down, and inside you see flames like erupt out between the teeth, and it lights up, and you see veins of molten lava light up all over the dragon, and as it does, the blackness, the charred kind of soot, falls away, revealing kind of like a scintillating ruby scales all down its back, and the thing lights up like a brazier. Its eyes burn bright, and the entire hall begins to light up, and as the light glare hits, when the light glare hits past Xerxes, creating an elongated shadow onto the stone steps in front of you, those runes light up, and magically appearing out of nowhere, apparition is a ring, a door handle appears in the center.
Ah, so it was not a black dragon after all. Trixie. That makes more sense.
Good work. It's open.
I'll open the door.
Alright, so you walk up to it, and it's kind of at your head height, Xerxes. So you're like, you have to give it some Welly, so can you make a athletics check?
Probably not.
Macro, come
You're-
on, he's
you're
struggling. Go and help him out.
Yeah, you are pulling, by the way.
Yeah, what legend manager
The
busted
might
it
of the
open.
gods.
So what's going on, sorry?
17.
17 on athletics.
Okay, so 17 athletics, you... Oh, yeah, I need to move my chat. It looks like a 7 from me. There you go. Right, so, Grildar, were you helping him?
I wasn't. No.
Okay, so
I
Xerxes.
asked Macro to go and help.
I haven't seen how little his mum was doing by himself.
Alright, so Xerxil, at that moment, you pull your feet skidding across the ground, manage to open the door, and as the door opens, a heavy fist swings out at you. You are hit and take 19 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck!
And now we all need to roll initiative as a clay golem charges out.
Oh, nice. That
Thank
fucking
God for
lovely.
that 10 page thing.
Wow. That's a bad initiative roll,
Nice.
but on the plus side, both of the shirts I ordered fit.
I'm so happy for you.
I am happy for myself. I love it when everything's coming up, Adrian.
What?
Would you like me to roll for Chester? I will.
Who's
Yeah,
going to control it?
There's that.
Yeah.
With
Someone
the weirdest
else.
fucking spell sheet in the world.
You don't want to control him? I will then.
Yeah, go on. Why not?
I can also control Chester, Deckard.
Wait, is that a yes to me to controlling it, or you? Or yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
control Chester. So Macra, you see this heavy clay fist just crack Xerxel around the face, knocking him back. It is your turn.
I got really pissed off that this little dragon shit. Actually, no, probably not. I don't think I can fit in there. I'll get slightly annoyed that someone's just hit my dragon friend.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3. Can I see anything onto me here?
Oh yeah, I haven't opened up the dynamic line. I'm sorry about that. There you go.
Ah, thank you. I'll go here, and then can I use my action to like push Xerxel back, like into line with Spook as
I
I'm,
will
like,
allow you to
begin
use an
reach.
action to push him behind you. Yeah.
Full action or one of my attack actions.
It's going to be a full action. You're not taking the attack action, therefore. It
I
won't be.
thought I'm grappling him, but fair enough.
No, you can push, like if Xerxel says yes, gives you permission, you can move him and up to half your speed.
Can't you do a shove as part of an attack action?
He could, but a shove is a shove. It'll like knock you over.
No, you can shove someone back 5 feet with a shove.
Yep.
Okay, if you want to knock
Can
him.
do two things. One, much more useless.
He won't go
than-
behind you though. He'll go to that square.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want him. So is it my full action to get him in next? I want him to the south of Spook. So my full action to do that.
Yep.
All right, okay, then, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll push him back to there as I rage,
Okay.
and then that's the end of my go.
All right. Xerxel.
Gospel, get him.
Gospel.
Get
Alright, so yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That is a good hit.
I'm going to ride the dragon for this battle.
Nice, okay. Let me look at its resistances, because no. Alright, so necrotic seems to affect it. Parts of its clay like soften up, crack, and then explode outwards, showering the wall with dust.
That's me.
Alright, Grildar.
Yeah, so Macrash just basically made it impossible for any of us to do anything, right? Because he's providing full cover.
Mm-hmm, yep.
That is correct.
I provide full cover of targets behind me, not in front of me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Right.
reasonably.
It's behind you from the other side, though. Like, it's behind you for me.
I'm basically giving it half cover. That's it.
Okay. Alright, sure.
I'm gonna shoot his balls again if I try this.
Well, I'm going to anyway. I can still see it, so. I'll see how it does against some white light coming its way.
Avoid light. Constitution saving throw. Natural 1!
Nice.
The target advantage on the roll if it can't see. On a failed save, the target takes radiant damage. All right, cool. So
Yeah, it's just ready to launch. It's just it has a cascading 10 die thing.
yeah.
Special.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
All right, so Chester Decker appears around the corner and just is like, "Oh, that's a big man. That's a big man." Walks around the corner and fuck me, I have no clue what to do.
Usually he mocks it.
What? You will
He
spoke.
usually mocks it.
Yeah. And then, as he mocks it, he realizes that it's unaffected.
Adrian, do you want to control him to free up Liam a bit?
No, that's, I offered.
Yeah, I don't think he heard you when you first offered.
I didn't hear you. I'll give you permission on his character.
Fantastic. I am now Chester Decker, the famed adventurer.
There you go.
Haha.
Uh-huh.
He has full resources, as you can tell. So, next turn, you can play him.
I shall save these resources for the dragon. Oh.
Alright, so
I feel like when I play him, he's from the other side. He's definitely different, sure.
the clay golem goes insanely mad, brings up its fist, pummels Macra. I'm halving them for you, okay?
It's got to hit first, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I'll half the damages for you. Okay, so you take... Well, the first one looks like it's going to smack you clean in the jaw.
I use my reaction to drop my AC and twat him back.
Alright, go ahead.
Alive hammer to the face. Wow, am I going to hit one of them?
Nope, so you take 10 bludgeoning. Alright, do you want me to just tell you the total damage as all three pummel you in the face?
Yeah, go on.
So 10, 16, 12... You take 29 bludgeoning damage in total.
Okie dokie. Just fucking lathered me. Why did I have such low HP to begin with? Did we fire something in here?
You thought you got hit with the disintegration ray.
We fought
Yes,
an undead beholder. Did you not pay attention during the recap?
Gwendef, it's you're up.
I would like to position myself here,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna mark this as my Slayer's Prey, and
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna shoot it with a bow, right
That's
past
what-
these nuts.
Right past these nuts.
18,
Misses. Cling. That just pings off of its body.
26,
That is a hit.
for 16.
Alright, yeah, arrow sinks deep into its chest.
5 step ups. Take a step back and end my turn.
Alright, Macra.
I grapple it.
Okie dokie.
26.
Yep. You pass, you grapple it.
Sound. And I've got half my movement speed now to move him, so that'll be 4 squares. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Will he be in Xerxel's?
Yep.
And I'll only go 3 then. I'll just stand there then with him.
Alright, so you drag the clay golem out into the corridor.
Uh-huh. And then I'll lag him up. Do I lag him up? No, I'll just hit him.
Alright, hit him once. You should have said reckless. And it pings off of its armor.
Didn't Curtis say before that it's always reckless unless he says?
Mm,
I have said that before, but I don't think it stands.
I would rather you say something like that at the beginning of a session or beginning of a combat, okay? From now on,
then.
you say to me, all of my attacks are reckless
I'll
until I
say
say
it as I
otherwise.
roll initiative.
I'll set you up a macro so it automatically reminds you.
Yeah, that might also help.
Xerxil.
Right. How did it seem to fare with Gwyneth's arrow?
Well, like, not okay, like, it did a good amount of damage, because you can see, from Spook's perspective, the arrow jutting out of its shoulder.
But it seemed like it did normal damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let us ruin the clay golem.
It passes.
Okay. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 misses, I'm afraid.
What a fuck. Alright, I'm done.
Alright. Grilda.
Yep. I will move up and get into its face.
Okay.
And
Prepare
then,
that
um, 20 miss, you said, right?
It did indeed miss. Like I said before, the clay golem seems to be thrashing around faster, more powerful than it was when you first met it.
I'll try it again.
Ouch!
Oh, that's another D10 as well.
Ah, and he passes with a natural 20.
Oh.
Ah, I know, I apologise.
Okay, it's okay.
Alright,
Sounds disingenuous.
Chester.
Chester Deckard moves up and then says, "Ladies far and wide call this spell the Chester Deckard Speciale."
Okay! I'm sure
then he
Todd would be
casts-
so proud of you right now.
And then he casts Pin the Tail on the Donkey.
Is that... Yes, it is.
It's very fun.
And he casts it obviously angled so it only hits the goal.
And he gets fairy-fied.
Yes.
A love heart there.
Can you do it so it just hits the goal?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10 foot by 10 foot, right? No, it's 20 foot cube.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube, just like have it angled here.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Alright, nice work. Anything else?
Nope, Chester Deckard ends his turn.
Alright, the clay golem swings his fist out towards Grildar, smacks him for 16 bludgeoning,
Good.
then spins round with a backhand and hits Makra for... hits back Makra for 8 bludgeoning.
Is that reduced?
Yeah.
I use my reaction to twat him back.
Okay.
I don't if I had done it recklessly, could this apply to it?
No, it's only on your turn. Reckless only
On your
applies
turn,
on your
right.
turn. Miss again. And then he turns around and the other
I'm
punch
gonna lose my shit, I am.
hits Grildar for 10 bludgeoning. Just cracks you on your armor, denting it. And then you notice that the energy that was glowing around it, making it thrash, just dies down with a "ooh" sound. But I will roll. Alright, cool. Gwendeth.
Gwendeth squeezes in here
Mm-hmm.
and then begins shooting the thing. It is very fired and ruined, right?
Well,
No,
I want to
it-
see Gwenda.
It is not ruined.
Oh, it's just very fired. Yeah, I'm not gonna Dragon Slayer then. 22.
That's a hit.
First spray, that is for 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25 for 15.
That's a hit. One moment.
Then I
Let me roll.
squeeze out.
And you notice its eyes begin to glow red, and it begins thrashing, punching the walls, spinning in circles, whirlwinding with its fists.
That's where I end my
What triggered
turn.
it this time?
What was that? Sorry, Arne?
What seemed to trigger it?
Just being hit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because that's unavoidable. I end my turn. then.
Alright, Macro.
Do I leg it up? I feel like I helped spook a lot if I do.
It's
But then,
already verified.
Ah, right, okay then. Never mind then. I'll just twat it twice.
But you do it recklessly.
No, I don't need to because it's already verified.
Right,
Well
so
done, Curtis. You've
when-
passed the test.
Yeah, when your hammer smacks into it, Macro, you feel like it's not affecting it as much as you see the arrow flying through it or the magic hitting it. It just goes doosh and then makes a heavy thudding sound. And that's the first one that hits. Okay, and the second one, it manages to grab your hammer and then kind of pushes it into the wall.
Bastard. And my turn.
Xerxil.
Right, I could try something new now. Seeing that the hammer doesn't affect it so much. Rather than ruin him, I will imperil him.
Oh, this is a new one. Starting to fertilize
it
where the
is.
first magic defense has an action. Choose one creature you can see within 60 feet and make a constitution save throw and choose any damage type. On a failed save, the creature loses resistance.
So we go with bludgeoning, and I'll use a mythic die to increase the DC to 20.
And he fails.
Nice.
Nice.
So you choose... What resistance are you choosing?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then
Just-
Spook will smack him in the back.
And that misses? No, Fairy Fire. It hits.
22?
Yeah, it hits.
Nice.
Sorry. Yeah, and Spook does his usual, gives him the little necrotic tickle. So, Grildar, you're up.
Yep. I will. How's my crowd look next to me?
Pretty
on a
injured.
scale of 108, about 17.
Okay, I'm gonna dodge.
You're going to dodge. Anything
Yeah.
else? Bonus action?
No, the other one's gonna have a quick step, which is not so useful right now, but I'll use that as some dodging.
Alright. Chester.
Makra, tell me if this tingles. And then it does a sensual massage at second level.
Nice. I'm liking your impression of Chester. It is top notch. Alright,
I
so
don't know why I never play a part.
Makra, you take 15 hit points.
I do.
And Chester Decker ends his turn.
Alright, so the clay golem, berserking now, grabs hold of Makra's shoulders and just goes to headbutt him.
It's not very nice.
Smacks you clean in the head, and blood just instantly fills your mouth. Oh wait, that's not great. Hey, you take 5 bludgeoning damage. Did you want to do anything?
As he slightly pops your lip,
Yeah.
and I use my reaction to hit him back.
Alright.
Fucking advantage. Come on, you bastard. 22.
Oh
24.
shit! And because that was well played, Xerxil. Yeah.
Good
Crack!
damage on that.
Massive chunk of its throat comes out, and then it just goes to backhand you, then punch you down once more. So yeah, you take an additional 10 bludgeoning damage, and then he swings on a backswing to go for Grildar, missing as Grildar ducks out the way, and its hand takes a chunk out of the stone wall. One moment, let me see if this had recharged.
What does the sound got? What does the golem? What does he sound like, Liam?
Alright.
That is what golems sound like, yeah.
Gwendef.
Kind of that.
I would like to shoot the golem with my bow. Well, let's squeeze in here again.
It's what you live for every Sunday, every Thursday.
And
Shoot the thing with my bow.
Look, I didn't expect to ever get a bow on Sunday. I was gonna dagger, but I never got a magic dagger. I got a magic bow. It's not on me.
right, so that arrow embeds deep into the top of its forehead, and it kind of stumbles back, falls to one knee, puts one hand on the wall, and then just slides down and crumples up into bricks.
Let me roll my Slayer Spray damage.
Overkill.
Such a kill-stealing little shit.
That's what I got.
Something and you didn't get the last shot, other than the baby that Grildar drowned to death.
It's gonna all come back at me, Curtis.
Dude,
we'll when we fight the ancient Black Dragon,
The
and I
curse-
don't get the final blow.
The
Yeah,
curse,
Chastadacker. You just fucking know it's gonna be Chastadacker that kills it.
the curse was really good. Like it literally fucked him up. Like he went down to like 8 hit points left, and then you hit him with an arrow. All right.
Fair enough. Is there anything cool on his corpse other than set of house bricks?
Would you make it? Would you like to make an investigation check?
No, not really. I'd like
I
Grildar
would
to do
like
it.
to.
Grildar's you got anything cool on him?
Oh, let's have a look then.
All right,
Okay.
so you immediately begin checking the remains of this clay golem, and inside you find
Clay.
roughly about, you think, about 15 kilos of brass. Like they're piping, chunks, his knuckles are made out of brass. Pardon me, and inside you find the golem heart. The thing used to animate it.
Golem.
That's nice.
So
What does that do?
Well, it's good to know. Let's try and maybe figure out what it does and if we can reuse it somehow.
I bet our magic friend knows what it does. We'll have to ask her.
Okay, so Spook heads in, and this place hasn't been visited in some time. Dust walls up around him as he passes, and immediately to your left you see living quarters.
All right.
And now Spook obviously knows that now the door's been dispelled, he can enter. But the remains of like a powerful magical spell lingers in the air, kind of irritating to Spook. Not enough to do damage, but irritating enough to have repelled him in its full effect.
Right.
Before we go in, Macra, let me just loop you up some more, and he heals you for a bit more.
Yep.
A bit low. At 3rd level.
I wish you wouldn't say these things whilst you touch me, but it feels so good.
That's how it works, Macra. If I don't say these things, it won't, take effect. Little doctor's note for you. Ha!
Hairs on the back of his neck just stood up.
Makes it easier to put in the loop.
Okay, so Macro, you've just stepped on in, kicking up old dust as you go. There are carvings and writings on the wall in a language that you don't understand. Like, they don't seem to be any order, like they're decorative. They look more like graffiti, at odd angles, up the walls, in sentences, random pictures. Lots of arcane circles with runes decorating them.
Zexel, do you know what this language is? Is it Draconic?
Yeah.
No, it's not Draconic.
No, I don't think so.
Those of you with proficiency in Arcana can roll it now.
Nope.
Oh, Zerxil. Oh.
Zexel. Oh.
So Zerxil, immediately you understand that though you cannot read them at the moment, these are a wizard's personal writings. The way they write in their own spellbook. They're not a different language, but they are difficult to understand because they're every wizard's method of writing down their spells or writing down their notes is different.
Yep.
It takes a wizard or an arcane user some time to figure out the key to every wizard's writings, but without the spell book with the original key, the code in, you wouldn't be able to understand it. Although a particularly intelligent wizard or someone versed in Arcana could spend some days deciphering this now if they wanted to.
It's not draconic, but it looks like arcane runes. To have to need a book or something. Sucks I'm not good with books, but could spend time maybe. Don't know, it might not be important.
I'm trying to figure this out or something.
Could try. Let's go see what we find and then come back.
Yeah, we'll keep exploring, see if it comes, see if it's more useful later on.
Okay, so like I said, to your left, Macro, Gwendef and everyone, you see living quarters. A pair of pallet beds, well adorned, although the quilt and pillows have seen better days, yellowing and musty and covered in dust. There is a chest between them.
Let me take a look at that macro. I'm still healthy in case it's trapped.
Yeah, I might die.
I
Okay.
open up the chest.
Alright, so the chest is a small chest that normally you see at the bottom of the foot of a bed. You flip open the lid, Zelda theme, no, and inside is some parchment.
I read the parchment.
It's blank. There are, however, 50 sheets of it.
Anyone fancy writing?
I look at Chester.
Aha! I do like to write once in a while. Maybe you've heard of my books?
Do you want to write down on Chester's inventory 50 fancy pieces of parchment then?
Oh, you'll be buzzing about that when he comes back.
Well, I do, if he looks grateful.
He does, I guess.
Yeah, he looks really smug about it.
And
happy.
at the base of the chest, Gwendef, is an ink pot and quill.
Oh my god, he has another quill to attach to things.
However, when you pick it up, you realise that as you move it, all the ink inside has this like fine glittery quality to it, and it's still okay. A simple pop of the cork on top realises that the ink is still wet and usable.
What do I write down? Usable ink on Chester's sheet?
You can write down unlimited ink until he figures out what it is.
Limited ink. Ooh. Man, he's just getting...
God, this place is like just designed for Chester Deck, and he's not even fucking here enjoy it.
It's like Christmas, or whatever you degenerates celebrate. Aha!
Okay, so as far as you can tell, Gwendef, that's all you can see in the room. The chest, the 2 beds.
Just Chester stuff in here, Macron.
There's another one if you want to look.
Everyone really scared today. I opened that one as well.
Okay, so as you're opening that one, okay, so this has a set of clothes folded up that seem to have, weathered the test of time. There, beside that is a box with hinges that, when you open up, forms a dragon chessboard, and you hear shaking inside. There must be the pieces, and also a small pouch. And when you pick up the pouch, it's filled with some sort of dust and tied with elvish rope at the top. So it's in your hand. It weighs probably about 4 pounds.
I throw that to Xerxil.
Xerxil, so you get like a pouch thrown at you.
And I hand the dragon chessboard to
Have a look.
Rilda, because he looks like the only person here that would know how to play
Okay,
chess.
I'm going to whisper it to you, Rocket.
Thank you. Always useful.
Always. Who took the dragon chessboard?
I gave it to Grilda because he looks like the only person here that knows how to play chess.
I'll take out a blanket from the bag hole and wrap it in the blanket and put it back in.
Alright, can you just write me down... I'll know where it's from. You want to write down whatever you want to call it.
Did you know that Chester isn't proficient in the flute? He's proficient specifically in the krill flute.
Yes. Okay, what else did I say? And a fancy pair of robes. Okay. No one taking the robes?
Oh, I mean, I'll take everything that doesn't get picked up and put it in
Right.
the bag.
Right, fancy robes then.
Should I put where those are from?
Yes. Put them in Iceberg Cave Hideout. I mean, I'd tell you the real name, but then that would just be spoilers. It's like, I'll just have to know what you mean when you say it.
I wonder who these belong to then. Did one of you say that beholders come about for a particular reason?
Yeah, sometimes if you... Well, if they dream or someone... Well, I don't know exactly. Something to do with dreaming. Pretty sure that this ropes don't have anything to do with it.
Right, okay. So I wonder who lived here then?
Other rooms full of God King shit. Maybe it's his. We should piss on it to be sure.
Well, is it usable?
Or we could use
Oh,
it
what's
against him.
piss, Rob?
Look, I like your enthusiasm. Should we just try and check if it's useful?
Are you going to check if it's
Fine,
useful for you?
fine.
Yes.
Alright, make an investigation check.
$20?
Now roll me a 2d6.
9?
Right, it has 9 pockets, and each pocket is an interdimensional space that can hold 50 pounds.
Nice.
Nice.
This
Very
is...
It is a robe of many pockets.
Is that the fancy robes?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It is basically a bag of holding that you wear. It can hold up to, basically, no, it can hold up to 450 pounds.
Yeah. But then you can only put stuff in the size of a pocket in there.
Yeah, that is a thing.
How big a pocket?
They're literally like pocket size, so like, you can fit your hand in and 2 hands in, probably.
Have you know, I've got pretty big fucking pockets.
Zuxel wouldn't mind carrying it. Zuxel have no clothes. It's getting hard to carry shit.
I'll give it to Zerxon.
Alright,
Oh, there's so much space
and
on my
Zerxel,
belt.
the moment you put it on, it wraps around and the belt does up and it fits you perfectly.
Nice.
Look at that. You look like an actual member of society now.
You don't even need to attune to it either.
That's good, because that's genuinely true. I have no clothes and not enough hands to carry shit.
Perfect. So yeah, £450 worth. Remember, you can
You have
only
the
fit...
same amount of pants as everyone else.
Yeah, but everyone else has bags and stuff. Alright.
I only really have handheld stuff, so it's all good.
I guess Gwendef is healthy enough to check out the rest of the rooms.
I'm gonna have to reload because I can't see where fucking Gwendef is and it's getting on my tits.
Alright, so Gwendef, you walk into this and it looks like a storeroom that's partially empty. On the walls, there are tools. There's blacksmith's tools, artisan's tools, you find calligrapher's tools, half of an alchemy set. And in crates here, you find lots of like flat bottom vials. Lots of crystalware, like the used like beakers. You find a sack of salt, a sack of sand. You find kind of clay mixture in one of the crates, and there's also iron bars just stacked in the corner that have gone rusty.
I feel like we need to get the crew in here and carry all this rubbish onto the boat.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that after you've finished exploring.
Nakra, anything in your room?
Is there anything in my room? I can't.
Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, Macro,
Oh,
you've walked
sorry.
into here and there's a crate of foodstuffs which hasn't gone off. It's preserved. There's also a barrel with kind of a very dark coloured liquid that smells very vinegary.
Oh, the wine's gone off.
In one of the other crates, you find a broadsword covered like in a rotten. It was originally placed in a long crate with straw all around it. However, the hilt has rusted and gone pitted, but the blade has not.
I'll pick up this broadsword.
All right, so as you do, the pommel, the hilt, all just falls off, just leaving you with this finely crafted blade that ripples with like kind of like a blue steel color.
Blue steel blade, but with no pommel.
Mhm.
And you reckon to this grill though? Definitely looks a bit magical. It's weird how the pommel's just melted off it though.
Yeah, well, let's bring it back and have a look at it.
Okie dokie. You can make a investigation check with advantage because you're a dwarf.
Okay.
You're racist.
26.
So it's a +2 broadsword. And it was originally crafted by, it's obviously obvious dwarven craftsmanship. However, without a pommel, it's not going to be an effective blade. It needs to be recrafted.
Could I perhaps do that myself?
If you've got blacksmithy tools and stuff like that.
Well, I have that still. I'm willing to spend an extraordinary amount of time doing so.
Do you need the materials?
I need the materials, of course, to mint it, but what I would do is I would try and find like stuff that could constitute a pommel and try and put it back together that way.
Yeah. I mean, will you tell me the materials that you use when you use this spell? And then I'll tell you what happens when you craft.
Okay.
There's iron and stuff in there, and brass on the golem.
Yeah, I'll take some of the brass from the golem for this.
And how? Okay, so it takes a minute while Gwendef is exploring one of the other rooms, but you form a fully functioning hilt. It's not going to be.
I mean, I was planning on doing it on the ship, but sure.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, fair enough. But you can make a fully functioning hilt and pommel. However, you feel like there's like an ingredient you're not quite getting. Like you swing it round and it's usable, but you feel like it might break eventually.
Okay.
So you currently have a +2 broadsword.
I just want to Arnie's swords things?
No, it's a broadsword.
Oh, is that in normal rules?
No, I think you mean a long sword or a short sword.
Yeah, it's going to be a long sword stance, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I would like to have the others, like, while they're going back and forth to getting the crew and stuff, I would like to look a bit more to see if I can find out what material is missing.
Okie dokie, we'll do that after the exploration of this area. Alright, so Gwendeth, this room here, to your left, sets of crates with old foodstuffs. The foodstuffs are preserved, however, the barrels of wine are not. There are barrels of water to your right that, when you open up, they were sealed, but the water is... You're not quite sure if it's drinkable. It doesn't have a smell to it, but it looks still. Just still, like, as if it hasn't moved in a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that.
And that other room you see here, the barrels, as you go near them, have a thick gelatinous liquid in them. That when you move it is like jello, just ripples.
And past the barrels. There's the
Okay.
boxes.
It's like fucking just the internet on Chrome isn't working. Like my Discord's fine, but nothing on Chrome's loading.
The rest of the crates, if you want to check, Gwendeth, have munitions. Like crossbow bolts, arrows. There are some short bows, some long bows, some crossbows, and some cloves.
So, Axel, you seem like the kind of person who would know what sort of weird liquid is in these barrels. Can you take a look at it?
Can try. I'll have a look.
I don't know what it would be. Just roll an intelligence check. I'd like. Yeah, you definitely know what this is.
It's that thing that some of the traders do. When you got a dead guy and you want to keep him. Like, I don't know if it's like a pet or something.
Oh, you mean embalming?
Maybe. It does sound familiar.
Right.
Why'd you keep dead people? It's weird.
Well, what do you do with them?
They go out to sea.
Right. Well, I think it's not really that different, is it? I mean, in this case, the sea takes them. Here, they just stay.
Yeah, exactly. They stay. They take up room in your house, and it's all weird because you gotta look at the dead one.
Well, you don't generally keep them in your house. There's a dedicated place for it.
Ah, makes more sense.
Right.
Alright, so you've cleared that room out. It's munitions, like I said, cloves, bows, crossbows. Anyone else?
No, I don't need any of that. But if I'll check with the crew how they're stocked up, and if we're missing any, I'll stock the crew back up.
Yep,
We'll
okay.
we'll just carry all of this on the boat, right? Like, there's no reason to leave any of this here.
You're going to finish exploring the place, or are you just going to do that now?
No, well, we're gonna finish exploring this place.
Okay, so this bedroom, Gwendeth, looks more decorated than the others. It's got scroll work on the wall of important figures, like paintings and stuff like that. The bed is a double bed. It's messy, as if it's been slept in, but not like in like a long time. The chest next to it is wide open and empty.
Looks like someone left in a hurry.
Does the scroll work? Does it look like it's worth anything?
Yeah, they're portraits. They're like, paintings.
Paintings of who? Who's on them?
A fine...
Just a decker.
That would be hilarious! No, there's a fine, like, gentleman of... he's wearing kind of like red robes with gold trim, wide golden mantle with kind of a regal look to him, long black goatee, kind of like a hollow look to his face. with a fine set of glasses that rest on the end of his nose. His hair is plaited and oil black.
Does he look like anyone we would know?
Gildar walks in, looks up, and recognises him. Gildar, that is a young god king.
Interesting. I wonder what that's doing here.
Do you think if we get these signed, they'd be worth a lot?
I feel like we have bigger concerns right now.
And on this portrait, I forgot to mention, there is one feature that many people don't notice about the God King. People who are close to him, like Grildar's family and the council, who have seen him with his mask off, might notice. But in this portrait, he has slightly pointed ears.
Half elf?
Half elvish heritage, for sure.
That's good to know.
Oh, that's why he's so old. Fuck it.
How long do half elves live for?
I think it's about 150, maybe.
Have I noticed those ears on the present God King at any point?
He wears like a full mask that even wraps around his ears, so no.
Ah, right, okay.
And the God King's ruled, or he came about 150 years ago in the history. Okay, so Macra, twin rooms with a chest in the centre with the lid closed.
Oh, this is going to be the trap one, isn't it? I try like open it with my javelin from a bit of a distance.
And it opens.
Okay, I'll look in.
Alright, so inside is a wallet filled with coins.
I don't think wallets would be used back in...
By that, you know what I meant, a coin purse.
No, okay.
The coin quickly, it's got 17 platinum in it.
Ah, nice. I'll add that to the quality later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I should just do a chest of deck and pocket off of it.
Also, there is inside a set of darts with a dartboard.
Ah. So 17 platinum. A darts board. Bet the kids will like that.
It's made out of like preserved wicker, lacquered wicker.
Darts board. Darts. Yeah, I'll pocket that for give the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then 17 platinum.
Yep.
Add that to the 134 that we've got.
Getting rich.
That's 151.
To be fair, I rolled really low. 17 is actually quite low for what it was meant to be. But
Anything else in the room?
other than the two beds, no.
No. So, continue on my way. Some platinum pieces and a darts board in there. We'll have to have a game when we get back on the ship.
Okay, and to your left, Macro, you immediately notice a whole wall of barrels.
Get in.
Untapped.
Get in. We'll read this when we finish.
Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. And now this is when we get to the big stuff. Alright, so you walk in, it's a study. There's a stone table with benches either side and a sort of stone chair for someone to sit in. There are papers scattered all over the table. And on the far side is a chest of drawers with the drawers all open as if someone had left in a hurry. A mirror, a dusty mirror where you can barely see your reflection on the mirror. As Chester brings his torch around, it's just covered in a layer of dust. The mirror is probably about 3 foot by 8 foot. Quite high. Leading all the way to the ceiling and papering to a point. However, all of the papers, just so you know, you guys are about to get a fuck ton of handouts. Sorry.
Oh no, there's a lore dump.
There is about to be a lore dump, yes.
What is this? Pillars of Eternity?
So, we'll go for the first letter, you see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you guys read it, and then I'll go on to the next thing you read.
Yeah, done.
Everyone done?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then next there's like a journal with bits missing and rotten in the centre.
Oh no, words.
I can read it out if you guys are really that lazy.
No, I'm reading.
That
Why not tell you, dick?
that probably shouldn't have been there. Sorry, that's meant to be somewhere else.
No, fuck, I wasn't there yet.
The rest of the page is on.
Mm.
To see that Casus' avatar is still in the lore, even in this setting.
That is what everyone knows now. That's what Chester's seeking to do. Did you not know it? He's admitted this before.
I must have missed that. No,
Yeah.
fuck. I hope he picks a different god.
Is everyone done on the journal?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, next one. This might interest somebody in the crew.
Well, on this one it says the dragon holds power. Wait, didn't in your version, wasn't it the toad that holds the power?
Yep, just let me edit that. That was my bad.
I was reading this and I was like, well, in this version it sounds reasonable. And now the fucking toad is gonna have the power again.
The power of the toad.
Clearly, Xerxes did not find the witness statue yet.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, we're on our way to Phobos, aren't we? So we'll get that one soon.
And it's a snake, so you just know there's gonna be more of the fucking Gorgon sisters.
Sisters.
I swear we just killed them by accident.
Is this going to remain available to us?
Yep, it will be under your characters. There will be the Mage's Notes section.
Cool.
So
I have the monkey statue secreted away. Maybe it's secreted away here.
alright, next one. It's another letter. It's like a draft of a letter. It was screwed up and thrown to the other end of the table.
I'm starting to suspect that the God King and the Oracle, or whatever she was, are related.
Yeah.
And there's another letter screwed up and found in the corner.
Okay, this one just spells it out.
Yeah, yeah. God, we were being so clever, riddling it out. I just spelled it out.
Mm-hmm.
Bugbear assassins.
Nice.
Just a bunch of macros trying to get as large as buildings.
Maybe that's just why he conquered the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
A bastard-born half-elf. We'll keep her here in Mokhul away from you. Do we know any half-elf in Mokhul?
I imagine it's one of his already cretin follower things, like one of his wives,
Right,
maybe.
you next find a weird scroll with. I'll let you do it. Yeah. Oh.
Why did that dog sound like it was going fuck, fuck, fuck?
Yeah, and you just see this, like, especially Xerxil, Grilda, I realise they are runes, but they're in a weird order, and you can't particularly discern them. Like, you understand the runes and what they are, but they're in an order that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Do they match any of the runes we saw earlier?
No.
Okay.
You can make an Arcana skill check if you wish to try and figure out what they are.
Why not?
Whoever's got proficiency in it, anyway.
That's pretty bad.
Nope. You have no clue what they are. Nobody else got proficiency?
No.
We're
what's
the
Team
that?
Chester.
magically illiterate party on the face
Oh,
of...
yeah. Nothing.
Okay, okay.
Chester.
Chester doesn't have proficiency, I don't think.
Nope, he does not.
What a tard.
Right,
I
and
mean, he does
then
have Jack of all trades, so you could argue that.
and then the last thing you find is just a scrap of paper in the corner.
Dog tooth.
The
Oh, a
scale of
canine.
a cancerous lizard folk.
Cancer. So they just raided up with cancer from all the fucking radiation poisoning. Diluted Gorgon blood.
Okay, and that's all you find.
Take this scrap of paper.
All right, nice. I
I
like
want
that.
to make it.
You gotta make it.
Yep.
I like it.
Shame we didn't pick up any Gorgon blood.
There'll be more.
There'll be more.
Right,
I
so-
wasn't suggesting to make it, Zaxel. This could be anything. This could blow us up.
Maybe blow up God King.
Wait, if it blows up God King, it will blow us first because we made it.
We'll make it next to God King.
I don't think he'll give us the time.
You pre-prepare it and you just drop the mercury in last.
I would like to stand far away from you when you do that.
Okay.
Alright, so you've done your exploring in here, found everything you need to find because of that, and after an amazing lore dump, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Woo! Let's get some nuts.
And we are back. Okay, so you are done exploring this inner sanctum and reading the notes therein, and I would say also looting. You get the crew in to do the looting, I'm assuming?
Yes. And I warn all of them, if you guys see a dragon, just don't jump into the water. Bad idea. Just run into the cave, unless we're on sea in that case. Let me negotiate.
I feel like you're the last person that probably should be negotiating.
Well, she left me alive for a reason, right? Alright, she wants to torment me. So,
Yeah, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna murder all of us first, make you watch, and then kill you.
No, yeah. That does sound like her.
I'm a good judge of character like that.
Alright, so it takes most of the day. The crew manage to take most of the supplies, and they leave anything that smells off. But the foodstuffs, immediately Frank points out that they're kind of created. They're going to taste bland, but they will be nourishing enough. But
Alright, don't pack too much of that then. Just pack enough so we don't have to worry about supplies for a while.
Mm-hmm. The spices, salt, and all of that are taken. And all the barrels, the untapped barrels, are a fine pre-Empire vintage of wine.
Get in.
The moment you taste it, you realise it's ridiculously strong.
Been aged for absolute yonks.
It is a very powerful one that tastes vaguely berry-like with a tad bit of elderflower.
What barrels are they in?
20 litres.
Well, what type of wood, I meant?
Wood, preserved and lacquered maple.
Oh, nice. Maple aftertone suit as well.
Oh, once we're done drinking, we can sell those barrels to, hipsters so they can decorate their floors with it. Brilliant idea.
I was already going to decorate the captain's quarters with them.
Yeah, well, once you're done with this, it's roughly evening time. And George is like, yeah, we're ready to go whenever you're all done in there.
Yeah, let's try to get to Phobos as quick as possible now so we don't get killed by a dragon.
That's so.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, George, if the dragon burns down the boat you're captaining again, I'll just get you another one.
I was just about to say, she might not be able to replace this one.
I think you should have some confidence in me.
More the fact that if it burns this ship down, you'll be on it at the time, so you might struggle to do anything about it.
Well done, Rocket.
You've seen this before.
I haven't. This is the first time.
It's amazing.
You've seen it before.
Okay, so George goes, yeah, whenever you're all ready.
Are we
That's
ready?
so ready.
We are ready. How much ice do we get from there? How much ice did we get?
Over the period of time, some of the crew have hacked off about maybe 100 kilos of ice.
Big fan.
And
Well, let's just hope it lasts.
now just decorating the lower level of the main ship, and you see the ship sinks like a good half a meter into the sea. George goes, "Yar, having that much ice is gonna give an impression to all those around that this ship is loaded with goods."
We are.
Yar, if you say so.
But we are much scarier than pirates, aren't we? And if we are currently fighting pirates and a big dragon is gonna show up, maybe the pirates will help us fight the dragon.
So, westward, I assume?
Yeah, we're kind of going to the Oracle.
Yeah, of course. We're going to Port Phobos.
Yes, still, hopefully.
He nods.
Not the Oracle, it's the Sea. You keep getting these mixed up.
Same thing. Gwendoth is very distracted and just looking into the sky nervously.
Alright, can you make a perception check, Gwendoth?
Oh no.
Immediately,
31.
Gwendeth. The air catches in your throat. Sweat begins to trickle down the nape of your neck. Your hand grasps at the shaft of your bow. Oh, phew, it's just a seagull. Whew.
Gwyneth just hands George his eyeglass back, which I presumably she took, and just goes under deck
Okay, yeah.
and begins stress eating.
Okay, so as you go under deck, you notice that part of the crew are doing their jobs. However, you see in the corner, Anna sat there, and she has that, like, in one of, like, the far corners, you see all the pirates are climbing over her, but she's got all these candles lit, and all the porthole windows open, so the sun beams in, or what's left of it. And she's got that arrow, that bolt on the ground, and she's got books, spell book laid out, and she's just working on it. She's writing down the runes. Oh,
How
hello.
close are you to solving this?
Percentage or just rough estimate?
Rough estimate.
Nowhere near.
Okay, could you, if I told you to blow it up, could you do that?
I wouldn't even have the first foggiest clue of how to use this as a weapon. It's bigger than a normal ballista bolt.
No, like a bomb that blows you up with it.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely filled with elemental energy.
So could I detonate it by overcharging it or something?
No. I believe the magic is well contained in here. The spirit inside sounds like waves crashing against the sandy shore at night.
I've got an idea. The dragon can't blow the ship up with it whilst we've got this warhead on board.
Warhead?
Else it'll kill itself.
I don't think it's quite a warhead. This is not alchemical in nature. This is a nefarious weapon.
It's a head of a bolt, and it's designed for war. It's a warhead. But my point still stands. If the dragon tries to blow us up, it blows the bolt up and blows itself up.
The thing about dragons, Makra, they attack from a distance.
This thing's got a mile blast radius.
I have figured something out, of course.
What?
That if you wish to recreate this bolt in its entirety, you will need living wood to create a shaft. That's awakened trees, treants, any kind of creature awakened by druidic magic, made out of timber, wood.
So can you talk to the arrowhead if it's awakened?
I meant to recreate the shaft to be able to fire it. You will need treant wood, awakened wood, a wood that was once living.
That's
Seems
all
very
wood.
cruel.
Excuse me, Zaxil?
All wood is living.
Technically, most wood is dead once it's pulled away from its host roots.
Well, obviously, that's how it works.
So, yeah, but you know what I mean. It has to be a magical creature, born of druidic magic.
Well, that's different to what you said. Confusing me.
I apologize, my dear Xerxil. Sometimes I can get worked up when dealing with this stuff.
Okay, just to motivate you,
Yes?
there is a big dragon coming after us.
Oh, goody goody! Which metallic dragon are we about to converse with?
Oh no. Chromatic
Oh dear.
and black.
Uh-huh.
That's racist.
And what's the largest size of them? About that size.
Well, I've known black dragons to be quite large. She winks at you.
The largest one you've ever seen. She's the last one, so by default she is the largest.
I'll be honest,
one.
I've never actually met a black dragon. Or come across one. At all. All I remember is, because of their dying breed status, that their scales are worth a lot. That's all I remember.
Yes, see, about that, yeah, we killed all of them, my clan did, so she's coming after us to murder me.
Okay.
Well, you're on the same boat as me, so she's gonna murder you as well, by default, so...
I can teleport.
We're gonna offer him as a sacrifice.
Haha! That would be a fine plan, wouldn't it, Xerxil?
Maybe she'll help us. I think it'd work.
I wish it would, Xerxil, but black dragons are testy.
Yeah, I think we figured that
Balls.
out.
I think we just finish this ball fired at her, and job well done.
Well, then we will definitely need to find an awakened tree or a treant and kill it.
That's on the list. Makra, put that down on the list.
It's on the list.
That's on the list. We're working on it.
Good. Ooh, I can't wait to create it.
But then, how do we fire it?
No idea.
Okay, you just work on it. I'll be over here. When it just looks out of the portholes and hides in the captain's cabin.
Okay, so as the evening goes by, is there anything anyone wants to do before the nighttime?
Sleep.
Not particularly.
Wait for imminent doom.
Well, that, but preferably also like not that. Just try and get the crew set up to be able to evacuate quickly, and that means probably not be on the ship during sleeping, because if you're on the ship and the dragon comes, then
Okay.
game over.
Alright, so it's a bright moonlit night, and as you guys are sailing along a still sea, there's like the most gentle waves ever. You hear plop, 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 sounds of like something plopping into the sea. George goes, "Yari, you might want to and something crashes onto the deck, and he dodges out the way. It rolls, and because it's quite dark, it rolls down the companionway, and you hear one of the crew members go, "Ah!" And then something else crashes onto the deck near the prow, and what some guy on the crow's nest says, "Directly above!" And most of you are waking up, blinking through your eyes, rush up to the deck. In the sky, very far up, there is something up there. But something then lands right next to your foot, Gwendef, then bounces off the deck into the water. Around the waters around you, something is plopping. Heavy objects are plopping into the water at fast intervals. And like George then ducks for cover as another strikes the wheel and then bounces off over the deck. Can everyone make perception checks?
I don't need to, mate, because I already know it's going to be the heads of people that we care about.
Aha, joke's on you. All the people I care about are on this boat.
Fuck me, okay. Everyone notices what they are. Yeah, they are rotten. Some of them skeletal, dwarven heads. Dropping down around the boat and smashing into parts of the boat, bouncing off, plopping into the seas. At one point, as slow motion goes by, Gwendef, you see a dwarven head bounce past you as you dodge out the way, with kind of mummified look to it, and a kind of scraggy grey beard, and then it hits the balustrade and bounces off into the sea.
Does it have the temple crashed in?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then after about maybe 100, 200 dwarven heads, it all goes calm. And one of the crew, Darioso, just goes, Did it just rain heads?
Oh yeah, I think I saw my cousin over there.
Your cousin?
Just shout up to the sky and just be like,
We offer this lady as a sacrifice.
Make a persuasion check.
Well then.
Oh my! Oh, okay.
This will be a very suiting end to Gwyneth who plays that this way.
I always knew Rocket would do me.
Okay, so another 5 minutes goes by, and there's a bulge in the water. One of the scouts does call out, "Something in the water!" Oh, Todd just texted, "Holy shit!" And as the bulge approaches, you see a white hand slaps onto the balustrade near the prow, and then pulls up, and then she shakes the water off of her robes, stands there. George draws his scimitar.
Don't.
Easy there, George, easy.
She killed all my friends.
Yeah, she killed all of my family, but
And she stares at you all with inky black eyes, and then her eyes just peer over to Xerxil.
Hello, Great Worm.
Oh, you can't be serious.
A smile creeps across her face.
We have a sacrifice for you.
Do you?
As you can see, the quality of my friends has not improved in recent days.
No, it doesn't seem to, Gwendeth.
Just been on a bad luck streak lately.
You do remember what I told you in Phoebo. You do me one, I do you one.
Are all these heads the one, or is there gonna be another one?
It was easy enough to teleport to your homeland. Gather them up and fly. It only took me a day.
No, I'm very impressed by your industry.
Don't worry, I left their bodies where they were.
Well, I carved in 100 of them personally when you killed everyone else.
She
So this
walks into the middle of the crew, unafraid, walking towards you, Gwendeth.
No, I thought this wouldn't bother me because I've seen so many of them dead, but this does bother me a lot.
She turns around, straightening up her robes, which are now kind of sodden, revealing a very feminine form beneath it. She just turns around and goes, "You know, you all wanted criminals. The Empire will stop at nothing to crush you now that you have committed treason. Killing the God King Simulacrum was a great move. Idiots."
Because we have that much in common. He doesn't like you much either, does he? Chuckle.
He likes me because I'm useful. As long as I stay useful, then I have nothing to fear.
Yes, I saw that.
I wish I could kill you all right now, denying the God King of that pleasure. Oh, that would get me into trouble.
Okay, Gwendeth, I'm happy to kill her.
Well, I told you she was on his side.
No, I don't know this.
Has anyone told you?
No.
Oh no, yeah, she is like pals with him.
I am.
Okay, we're
here.
gonna kill you.
Are you now?
Obviously.
He smiles. Kind of that
Wait,
half lopsided smile. Opens her arms.
Look, my
Gwyneth is pulling the bow back.
less than tactful, and we do apologize for the chair in the inside.
Oh yes.
Do apologise for the chair. Alright,
Can we drown the dragon, baby?
one moment.
This
She is gonna legendary
Hold on.
resistance.
poor idea.
DC's 35.
Give me a second.
She's gonna legendary resistance.
65! Jesus Christ.
Gotta at least push her to
Multiple.
use something.
That's insane.
It's alright, I'm with you now, Gwendeth. We'll piss her off.
I'm in.
Well, what did you say the DC was?
35.
35.
Yeah, you added 3 mythic dice.
You can use all 3 mythic dice in one go.
Yep.
Surely not.
Yep. That's the whole point of the mythic thing, is when you really want to succeed at something, you generally do.
Okay, well, even with a 25 on her save, she just shrugs it off and then goes, "Oh, shit," and then goes to run to the side of the ship. Does everyone want to roll initiative here, or?
Yeah, sure.
Right, yeah. The moment you cast that, she goes, "Oh, shit," and then goes to run. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god,
Can I
this is such a
choose
bad
not
idea.
to?
You can choose not to join in combat.
I mean,
I
I
don't
will
have a
just.
token to
I will try and prevent others from actively joining in combat if I can.
Okay.
Yes, sir, so let us die together.
Just holding up my hand and shouting, "Don't be foolish."
The battle music's cool, though.
Oh, the Golden head thing. Fuck me. That's messed up. That's more messed up than drowning the baby.
We need a tokens, Liam, so we can roll.
Yep, you can drag them out onto the map yourself.
Ah, I knew yourself. That's...
I don't know. Can you ask Todd if he wants to join the fight? Because I just I want to murder Chester Decker.
Oh, he's watching. He'll know, right?
Yeah. Chester comes up in his pink sleeping cap and is like, "Oh, hello there." like just. So we're just waiting on Gwendeth.
Yeah, Gwendeth is 100% fighting this.
I mean, I'll join to actively restrain people from killing themselves. But,
Yep.
I don't have a token that I can click.
Do you want me to drag your token out?
Yeah, are we doing this in the world now?
Yeah, you didn't get a long rest, by the way.
I would really get a short rest, I assume.
Yeah, you would have got a short rest, yeah.
That's Chester Decker. Has Todd answered yet if he wants to die fighting a ancient black dragon?
I haven't seen him put anything in the chat or anything.
I will withhold his turn until Todd has decided. She even won initiative against all of us.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second, because, I didn't prepare you to fight her right now, but...
I was actively trying to
Go
not
figure
have
us.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing Rocket was there to make sure I didn't pussy out.
Alright, so, at the start of the round, she begins running for the edge, turns, brings up her hand, you see it glowing with black energy, turns to blue, and as it brings out, anyone want to do anything about this?
Chester counters, but I don't want to use Chester. No.
Nope. Alright, so immediately, all of you just begin to slow and then freeze. And then she begins to whiz around.
Oh, fuck me. Time stop.
She stands there, clicks her fingers, and leaps into the water. And immediately there's a explosion. Can everyone roll dexterity saving throw?
Thanks, guys.
Look, I didn't attack her. I was actively trying to not antagonize her this session.
Rank.
This session, yeah, that's gonna make the difference.
Well, you didn't stop me the previous session, did you?
Well, that's a 9 with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's Chester, the second one.
So Gwendeth, do you have evasion yet?
I do not have evasion, but I do get an additional d6 to my save, which I don't think does anything.
Alright, so as the explosion goes off, it's like the bottom of the... Oh! I'm going to mute you for a second. Yeah, at that moment, it's like the bottom of the deck bulges with energy, ripples up, and then pillars of fire burst out. An arm goes flying past Makra as you see one of the crew members completely blown apart. Arlo stands up, he's like, ah! Falls down with his back on fire. Frank is on the ground nearby on fire. Anna is knocked out as well. Darioso comes up on fire, still running around with his sword in hand. Vivian has managed to pass completely with evasion. Wave Cleaver is on the ground, holding his chest with part of his face blown off. All the rest of you who didn't pass take 51 fire damage.
Oh shit, Chester is down to 1.
You didn't roll a save, did you?
No, I did. It was a 13.
Yeah.
And I take 25, yeah?
Yeah, and if you had any gunpowder in your stores, you no longer have it.
We had a shitload of black powder.
That's exactly why you're taking that man damage. Right. Xerxil.
How was the ship still like?
It's not. It's sinking.
Ah, got it.
No, actually, it's not. It's only taken half damage.
Oh, okay.
It's actually got hit points. I should have remembered that. Let me go to the character sheet. It's taken 102 damage.
Well, I guess it's standard order of business. Let's ruin her.
Alright, one moment.
Good one, Spook.
Yes, she fails.
Does it hit?
Sorry?
Does it hit?
The 25 hits.
Nice.
How much damage was that? 15?
15.
Nice. Spook rushes up and slides through her kind of half-elvish form. She just grunts.
You'll regret working for the God King, lady.
And then she's at the legendary action. She uses movement, falls into the water beneath the ship. Macro.
I try and like stop the crew from engaging and trying to help and get people away from immediate danger.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the Zephyr's still like, you know, a good 100 feet away, just sailing all quite nicely.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. We might need to rescue the rest of the fucking crew.
You gonna rescue the rest of the crew?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, at that moment, after Macro's turn, rescuing the crew, there's a shadow expanding from beneath deck. You see a metallic... and she pulls herself out. And then Darioso, who's on fire, goes, "No!" as the Seedbane sword on his back begins to glow. Vivian stands, and she just says, "Gate 2. And immediately, more void energy bursts from her shoulders, smothers her, and then she misty steps into the water. That's her turn. Macro.
Yeah, I forgot we had Vivian. Let's be peace piss. Go on, Viv.
She's
Sort
already
him
half
out.
dead.
Sort him out.
Oh no, she's not. Evasion. Alright.
Oh, look who has
And of course,
evasion.
I forgot to do the thing, the absorb elements.
Whoops. Alright, so just before Chester Jacker's turn, a black shape begins to emerge from underneath the ship. Large, tail undulating out. And then you just hear doof doof as something clamps onto the ship from beneath. She will attack the ship with a bite attack and 2 claws. Yep. Deals 54 damage to the ship.
Fuck me. I knew Rocket would be on my undoing someday.
Maybe this is why no one told him that she was in league with the God King.
Yeah. A lot better when he thought that she was.
Alright, Chester.
Has Todd said anything in chat?
Nope. Just
Chester basically left the cabin
Yeah.
and immediately was set on fire, and he just goes back into the cabin and closes the door behind himself. And then he's gonna 4th level lay on hands himself.
Lay on hands. Nice. Like a paladin?
You know, lay hands on himself. 29.
Okay, nice. Immediately after that, Frank's turn. No, not Frank's, sorry. Darioso. Darioso rushes over towards Frank. And it means patting the fires out. Successfully stabilizes him. Alright. And then there's a whooshing sound as great wings blot out the moonlight as she flies up into the air, stabilizes herself at the side, the broad side of the ship, and you just see green energy billowing out of her mouth. And then her eyes just lock onto you, Gwendeth. And then she sinks into the water and moves away. Gwendeth, your turn.
She just looks around. She has seen all of this before. She's having a bad day. George is missing half his face. And there's skulls of her family members everywhere. And she just she runs up to the side where she disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any shadow left? Anything?
Yeah, just beneath the surface.
I would say I don't have to put Slayer's Prey on her because she's always my Slayer's Prey, right?
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that's fair. So I'm gonna Zephyr Strike. Oh, where's my spell? There we go. Zephyr Strike. 3 force damage. That's gonna kill her. Let's do this one with advantage. Anyway, yes, let's go for a Dragon Slayer.
Alright. It hits!
23.
Ouch! Yeah.
That is for 27 total.
Yep.
And then we go for a longbow attack. Oh, nope, that's a miss.
Yep. Ting! And it just skitters like across the waves.
Should have gone for a Dragon Slayer, that's what it's named for. And she just stands there at the thing, obviously trying to make herself the target. By
Right.
standing as terrible as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Imagine if that's Gwendolyn's destiny. She was never meant to kill the dragon, but she become the martyr.
Well, there's not gonna be much of a martyr if everyone dies and no one can tell the tale.
alright. George, let me check out George's HP. He would be unconscious. He fails a death save.
Oh no, not George!
There's another thumping sound beneath the ship as she dives and then comes up and rams it. Hits the ship for 18 damage. The ship is beginning to sink. It can no longer move. And at that moment, you actually hear bang, 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 as one of the crew members has leapt onto the ship and fires at the dragon with the scorpions.
Shit, if Game of Thrones told us anything, it's fuck now.
They ricochet off.
Oh! Oh no, I read that as a 40.
No, and the cannons roar, but they just go wide. Grildar.
Well, now we know she's definitely not ruined, because I feel like if she was the 20...
She did get ruined.
Did she?
Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of doubting on what to do as Grildar, and
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes,
Sorry,
she-
the counter does hit, yeah.
eventually decide that, well, if it's going to go this way, it's going to go this way, and I'll first starter. I think a 16 is a miss.
It is a miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Alright, so round over. Actually, no, someone's below that. Let me. I've got so many goddamn character sheets open.
Should have waited for her in the cave.
Right, so
How far away from the cave did we travel?
Yeah, our ship can't
half
move
a-
anymore.
half a day. Alright, so her turn. She rushes underneath the ship again. The black bulge disappears
Oh.
underneath the ship. Fuck it. And then boom, 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 boom. Magic missiles come out of the water all around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they all go for Gwendeth.
Oh, that's good. I have hit points.
You take a total of 28 force damage.
Okay, I'm. As Gwyneth's head gets knocked off, she still stands there, really unsure of what to do.
Alright, so Xerxil.
I'll go to the edge of the ship and fling a fireball underwater and use convolute energy to make it ice damage.
Ice ball.
No.
Nice.
Can Spook reach her?
Spook will be able to reach her, yeah, because he can go straight through the deck, can't he?
Yep.
He just goes underneath the deck, yeah.
Ooh.
Fuck me, she couldn't see it, so she couldn't counterspell it either.
Shit.
Good hits.
19. Shit. We can kill a rocket. We can do this.
Is that correct?
It is not. It is definitely not.
Right, so passes the save on the... Believe it or not, passes the save. So minus 16. And then the life tap definitely hits. 29. Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Oh,
Just stand somewhere inconspicuous.
nice. Alright, at that moment, there's a crash against the hull of the ship. As it begins to sink even more.
Suboptimal.
It will be a sub soon.
Ah.
Macro. Oh, yeah, just after you, sorry. Macro, your turn.
Is there anything else I can fix on the ship? I'll go into deck and start trying to like patch shit together in fucking bit of water.
Yep. Okay, well, I don't know what to make you roll, sir. It looks like there's just water pouring in everywhere.
You have to make roll all damage. See, it happens.
Yeah, you begin trying to patch stuff up alongside some of the others. Right. Fuck me, alright, give me a second. Vivian swims up, begins punching her.
Yes, we can do this.
And she crits with one. Yeah, so it's 16 damage.
Oh, I thought you would crit for more. This is high.
She's a monk. It's she does try a stunning strike though.
Oh shit.
Fails. Tries it again.
Oh.
Fails again. Then she uses a bonus action to do Step of the Wind. Right. At the end of her turn, El Diablo.
Yeah, she is El Diablo, right? There's not much Lady Greenwich going on.
At that moment, the ship breaks in two. Can I have dexterity saving throws from everyone?
I do have inspiration. I would like to use inspiration on this.
Okay.
I had advantage anyway, doesn't mean fuck all.
Oh, that's just a 12. I get the D6 because the El Diablo causes this.
Nice.
So, 15.
That's absolutely awful. Oh no, Zerxel passes. What about Chester Decker?
Oh, let's get Chester Deckard. Why do I think Deckard? It's always Decker. Why do I think he's called Deckard? Where is it?
No idea. Been watching too much Blade Runner.
15 as well.
Because he wants you to stay a while and listen.
15 is what you needed to pass. So at that moment, anyone who got over 15 dives into the water, realizing what's about to happen. Those who didn't are too late and are impaled by chunks of splintered wood, thrown off to the side, smacked into a mast, wrapped up, wire pings off, whips across your face, gouging out parts of your flesh. Macra, what did you get?
A 10.
So, at that moment, because you're downstairs holding beneath you, you just see a crack spread across your feet, and then it splits, and you do kind of the splits at one moment trying to hold the ship together and then just fall into the water. So, it's a total of 5 piercing damage to anyone who failed. And all of you fall kind of into the water. You see that at that moment, George slides further into the water, Frank slides into the water, Anna is nowhere to be seen. And underneath you, there's a great shape bulging out now again. I need to stop using the word bulge. Chester Decker.
Chester just dives his head underwater and looks if he can see Anna's body anywhere.
Make a perception check. Nope.
9.
Nope, can't see Anna.
Well, he's gonna cast Happy Hour.
Mm-hmm.
During our darkest hour.
And he uses the bonus action to put Frank back to to 8.
Nice. Alright, so Frank wakes up.
And then he says to Frank, Frank, quickly find Anna!
Frank looks around. He's underwater, right? That's Frank's born underwater. Alright, so it's Frank's turn. He swims.
He says, "Find Anna. There's a teleportation circle on the other boat. We can still get away." And then he starts crawling to the other ship.
Ah, okay.
I imagine it's front crawl at this point, isn't it?
The ship's not here though. Like I would have kept that quite far away.
Well, we said 100 feet away or something, right? At the start.
Yeah, Grilda can keep it up to 500 feet away.
Well, it's a moonlit night. He crawls into the direction. Obviously, the chances are slim, but...
A spell is being cast beneath you all. Great green and white lights are bursting forth from what looks like the female figure of Lady Greenridge. Anyone gonna do anything?
Turn, so.
At this point, Chester is gonna try to cut the spell.
Alright, can you make an ability check?
That's what I thought. Where is his counter spell? Party pooper, I guess. No, you're uninvited? Yeah, you're uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to learn these spells.
Alright. Do you want to just roll a d20 and add 5 to it?
I have the thing open now. It's Arcana, isn't it?
No, you just roll a charisma check.
Oh, you just roll a charisma check. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Chester. 21.
Alright, so it cancels her teleport.
Fuck!
So she turns around to continue fighting. Gwendef, it's your turn.
Brilliant.
Well, Gwyneth gets on any wood that looks stable enough to stand on in her vicinity.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do this again. She casts Zephyr Strike.
Alright.
This point might as well be defined to the end. And, well, she is ruined. Oh, is she still ruined? Did you cackle last turn?
Nope.
Oh, well, none. Just longbows. That's a 23 with advantage.
Oh, all that fine wine we just got as
That
well.
hits.
That's all gone.
For 13 plus 6,
We've
19.
got so many expensive guns on this ship as well.
And a 27 for 13.
Alright, so you actually defeat a humanoid form. As you fire the arrow, doof, poof, black dragon, a gargantuan black dragon appears beneath you. Roars in pain. Anything else?
No, I don't think Gwendeth even has, like, a witty anecdote or anything in her.
Nope. Alright, so Grilda.
I'll pull out my Scroll of Cure Wounds level 3 and use it.
Alright, cool. You just surface in the water and begin casting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then start swimming away from this shit
Alright, cool.
towards Zephyr.
Hmm.
But not directly at it because that would be too obvious. So more like at an angle towards it, so it doesn't look like I'm going for the ship.
Yep. Alright, so...
And, I'll quick step to make a bit more distance.
Okie dokie. El Diablo swims up to the surface, bursts from it, wings unfurling, making the night seem even blacker, even darker, blotting out the starlight, and flies up into the air. And then dashes, flies up even further. Xerxia? She is currently...
Swim away from other people.
Yeah, she's currently 140 feet in the air.
Okay, swim away from other people.
Okay.
Swing another one of those.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fails the saving throw. Takes the ice ball to the chin.
Yep. Spook's not going to catch. I can't do that at this range, so I think I'm done. Yeah.
Let me check out the stats. Yeah, okay, so the whole entire surface of the sea begins to ripple as she uses her action to move, begins to fly away. Macro?
I'll see if there's anybody unconscious around me and is not going to be able to swim. And
Roll a perception check.
Look for the children, please.
The kids will be alright. The fucking sound
There are nowhere to be set for 18.
fuck's sake.
You can't see anyone struggling. You can, however, see Fixer. What looks like surfing a piece of board. And she looks relatively unharmed.
Where's me emu?
She looks like she's looking around herself.
Okay, I'll just start swimming towards her.
Alright, so Vivian, you notice is swimming past you, Macro, diving deep. Alright. She continues to swim away. Alright. Chester.
Let's do another perception check for Chester, whom he can see from where he is. He is like backstroking away now and just looking.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Chester would be the type to backstroke away. Where's perception?
Okay, so through the murk, he sees Wavecleaver drowning about 30 foot below him to a diagonal angle. Also, just away from that, nearby, is Anna, wrapped up in what looks like a load of rope, drowning.
I feel like Chester would save Anna, wouldn't he? Actually, he can. No.
I'll be honest. I think he would probably save George. Anna's, remember, a contender for the scrolls.
But this, but he needs her to teleport away with the circle, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he can do both, right? If George is 30 feet away, so he gets Anna back up with his what's it called, happy hour.
Yep.
And then dives down and gives George a massage.
All right, you go to cast happy hour. Anna does not wake up.
Well, she's been dead before.
Get yourself a man that can do both.
Where the fuck is sensual massage? Okay, does George go back up?
You cast sensual massage. George wakes up.
Okay. So he frantically pulls on George because
George
he feels like,
looks up at Chester
and points away.
begins to swim to the surface.
And that's Chester's turn.
Alright, and in the night currently, let me roll for it, but looks like Lady Grimridge has just vanished because of how black her scales are compared to the night. Wendef.
I can't see her, yeah?
Not well, you can roll a perception check.
Well, granted, is arguably not very good at this. Nope.
Nope.
Grandis just fires at the night sky mad. The last place she has seen her.
Yeah, misses.
I don't have to roll, yeah, I know. But then ends her turn.
Grilda.
Yep, I'll keep swimming, and meanwhile I will keep one eye out and keep using some hit dice while I dodge.
Okie dokie. Alright.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Alright, so I'll put it out there. She's currently 520 feet away. If anyone can do anything at that range, let me know, because if not, she's retreating.
Smile and wave.
Okay. Anyone chasing? Anyone doing anything?
I mean, I can't really do anything, but Xerxel does chase after her.
What's your swim
along with
speed?
Spook. Oh, she's flying, so I'll cast fly and fly after her.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
we'll move over to... it's very obvious to you that even at 60 feet, 120 feet, you're still...
Yeah, I'm not going to catch.
No, but you are seeing her slowly disappear into the horizon. And when she gets to the further into the horizon, she drops and lands in the sea.
I'll get you next time.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I'll get you next time. Right. So combat over. Those of you in the water gather up your senses and begin swimming towards the other ship.
It only took us losing one of the ships for Gwendaf to now get a partner in crime that wants to kill this dragon just as much as her.
Let me delete the crunchy spice from your shed.
Getting a lot of background noise from you, Arnie, my fellow.
I'll mute, sorry.
Top half.
Okay, so Grildar, Makra, Chester, Gwendef. Looks like Kaiser makes it on board. He appears. He
Ugh.
looks like somehow he's already on the other ship before you arrive, and he starts helping people up.
Of course, he's fucking.
Darioso flops over with his sword, and Vivian lands as if Misty stepping on the deck. She's growling, and as she settles down, she holds her chest up, and then falls down as the void energy brings itself back into her body. She looks very hurt. Wave Cleaver coughs up a load of salt water, and then he looks out to the waters and says, "Anna, Arlo, where are they?"
That could probably be the one to answer that.
And so half of your crew are dead. Arlo,
Only half. I mean, that's
Arlo are
They're
missing.
literally like red shirts and Star Trek at this point.
Like I said, Arlo is missing, and so is Anna.
Chester would have. He was 30 feet away, and the dragon left immediately afterwards, so he would have gone to grab the body.
Alright, so yeah, he could have easily swam to get her. She was like wrapped up in rope, and he goes, "Can you make a sleight of hand check?"
I mean, Chester's probably good at this, right? He is, he is proficient.
I don't think he's ever made a sleight of hand check on this.
No, he
and that's
hasn't.
why.
Now, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, because he's underwater. Yeah, I guess.
Alright, so
16.
holds his breath long enough to undo her ankle and then bring her body up to the surface, and then kind of flop, not very athletic, until one of the crew members kind of helps him, swims him along, and you all climb on top of the deck of the Zephyr.
At which point, a few minutes in after the dust sort of, so to speak, has settled down, or the splash in this case has settled down, I will speak to Gwyneth and say, in a very level voice, "You disappoint me greatly, Gwyneth. Your childish actions have placed everyone in this crew at risk, and you've seen the results of your actions firsthand. After all that befell your family and that is recently befalling your other crew, I expected better from you than to act so rashly."
Well, I always expect better from me as well.
This behavior is unacceptable, and I fear we must part ways. Whether you will leave the crew or whether I will, that is your choice, and the choice of the crew. But I will not risk my life for someone who treats that of others without any respect.
I will depart on the next port, Grilda. There's no reason. Your mission to kill the God King might very well be more likely than me ever killing that dragon. And I would hate to hurt George again. And Frank. And I guess Anna's dead again.
It's nice.
And my kids both ended up getting on the ship, aren't they?
You see that when Vivian comes back, she looks across the waters and then dives back in. And immediately in the distance, you hear, "Ah!" And Mimu appears after a banishment spell and then drops to the water.
Fucking banished herself.
No. And then Vivian comes back with her, stands up, puts her on the deck and goes, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck indeed.
Looks around, shaking, and you see Darioso walks over, and the Seedbane sword is glowing, like lighting up the entire deck with at least 60 foot of bright light. And then he looks at her, grabs her by the horns, turns her around, and to look into her eyes, moves her side to side as if he's like a doctor examiner, and he goes, throws her head to the side and goes, "For fuck's sake, Vivian. You nearly went the full fucking hand, didn't you?" And Vivian just pushes him away, stands in front of Mimu, and just looks around. Doesn't say a word. And then Zertul just floats down from like moonlight. Na, 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 na.
We'll try and salvage what we can from the ship in the morning. For now, I think we deserve a break.
Okay, so you spend the night salvaging along with the crew, throwing nets over gathering some nets, then throwing over. All right, so you managed to gather enough like of the preserved food and some barrels, untapped barrels. Most of it's gone. But I remember Grildar specifically a couple of weeks ago when he got Zephyr saying he'd like to move some of the supplies over to this ship for safety. That's exactly what he did. So you do have some supplies. And you are a day and a half or 2 days away from a coast. You're currently still passing by Awani. And you all managed to get a full night's rest on the Zephyr when the morning comes.
When Earth doesn't sleep, she just sits at the side of the ship, staring into the distance.
And in the night, they do indeed hold a funeral for both Arlo and Anna. Although Anna
and you know the other half of the crew that has died.
Yeah, one by one, there is a funeral for all of them. But Frank also gently reposes Anna. And remember, Arlo's body was nowhere to be found, so you can't do that for the poor Bretonian.
Man, our mysterious gunslinger is gone.
He drowned.
Can't believe that.
I like how it was the two most recent members of the crew who both bit the bullet.
Anna is very used to dying.
Yeah.
She only died once before. She didn't expect to die again 2 days later.
Okay, how used to dying can you be? I feel like once you've died once, you're used to dying. It has happened.
Yeah, I don't think Macro's that used to doing it. I don't think he's up for it again.
All right.
I'll go and sit down next to Glenda.
Yep.
So, what's the plan now?
Well, Groldev wants me off the ship, and I get that.
You did put the kids at quite a bit of danger.
Well, I did suggest fighting her in the cave.
I don't think it helped.
I feel like it would have helped. The plan was to put everyone, into the safe chambers in the back and then just unleash hell on her. I don't think he's being 100% fair. He did shoot, the copy of the God King, and I feel like that's in the range. But I did also get half of George's crew killed again. And I don't really know how to kill that anymore, Macra.
Are we all forgetting that the persuasion check happens?
Well, she did send out the heads. I think she's very well aware that...
I'm just in the back and try not to laugh, because...
Yeah, probably didn't help that Zerk's all convinced to come back, I guess.
I don't think he convinced her. I think the problem was him trying to turn her into a baby.
Yeah, that as well. That didn't help.
But then again, I did want to fight her, so...
Yeah.
Arguably this went better than the last time I fought her, so...
Unless we didn't all die.
Yeah. I don't have to dig, 100 graves this time.
What are you going to do if you leave?
Curiosity.
I'm just going to go to Mokhul and then, I don't know, by Dragon Slaying Iris, try again.
I don't think suicide into is probably the best of ideas.
That was the initial idea. I want, I never thought I would win.
And still, you might have a chance if you get a dragon hunting party at your back.
I think the last dragon hunter I met got killed when, the town exploded.
Maybe you could train your own up.
Do you think I'm that good of a teacher?
You might be able to stumble your way through it.
My primary dragon hunting strategy since I've joined this crew was sending the dragon I'm hunting the heads of decapitated dragons.
Yeah, that didn't go particularly well.
The time she initially killed all of my family, we strung up her children for her to see.
I'm starting to feel like your family might have been the bad guys.
Well, they are black dragons, Macra. I'm not saying we were right. But I feel like I'm in the right, at least, since she has killed all the people I know 3 times over.
Yeah, she has got a good track record against you.
Okay. Well, does anybody want to do anything before the morning?
Not sleep.
Is it just supplies that we can salvage off the other ship, or is there any guns or anything like
No,
that?
no guns, no black powder. You salvage some foodstuffs and oh, sorry, but you've also lost the warhead. You've also lost most of the alcohol, but you did manage to collect some of it.
Oh, not the alcohol!
Oh.
Not if we drink ourselves to sleep.
Oh, we were getting such a good.
Do you know
it was
what's
looking so good.
You know what's the worst thing, Makra? She's afraid of the God King.
Yeah, that's why we're not fighting the God King now.
How do you beat that, Makra?
We'll get there one day. Another Armada at our backs. We are -1 to the Armada right now, though, which is a bit of a step back. Maybe if we don't provoke any more dragons anytime soon, we'll be able to grow.
You know she's just gonna come again anytime I get anything and burn it down.
Maybe holding off on sending the baby dragon heads. Maybe that'll buy us a bit more time.
Well, hindsight is, you know. Who would have expected this?
Well, sleep on it at least anyway, before you commit yourself to leaving the crew. We'll have a word with Growlaw. See if we can turn his frown upside down as well.
Yeah, you go look after the children. I'll go to bed soon.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so Xerxil, do you want to do anything?
Sleep.
Alright, cool.
Suxla has a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Grildor, is there anything you wanted to do?
Today. His dreams are full of dragons and killing them.
Just be
sorry.
in foul mood for the rest of the journey.
Okay, well, this is where we end today's session. Alas, at a very depressing and down moment in the story, as our crew try to recuperate from a devastating loss. We'll be back.
And you say a down moment, it was a great moment.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Chased off an ancient dragon.
Yes,
I think we
indeed.
did a fair amount of damage to her.
You
even
did.
though only
You
2
did-
people were attacking
You
her.
defeated her Archmage form and then managed to do 50 damage to the actual dragon form.
Yeah, that was just with 2 of us attacking, so...
Yep. Anyway,